everyone. Welcome back to Mind Your Abundance podcast. This episode will be 11. I did take some couple months out because we was busy to find a place to stay, and we currently moved from Texas to Colorado. It was certainly a journey, and we are here about month and a half now, and we are totally loving it. But I would say it is a tiring experience to pack everything and then unpack everything. But oh well, no one forced you to move, right? So we make the choice. Today I want to share a little bit about my backstory, how I'm so passionate about mindset and self healing, and I hope this can inspire someone around you or someone who need it. So my name's Ruby. I'm originally from Taiwan, grew up in a traditional Asian family, and as I grew up traditional Asian culture, a lot of time the parents are kind of mold you to have a career as a doctor, lawyer, or work as a tech. Not quite surprising, right? It's very common, especially born on 1980-ish during that time. But I choose a totally different path. I pursue a fashion design instead. My mom warned me I will starve to death if I not become famous. She said that's a totally terrible idea. But I did it anyway. I did it 4.5 years, stayed a lot of late night, try to finish my work. Instead of a lot of time you write article for the homework in fashion design, you actually need to create a pattern, sew the pattern, take a picture showing the professor of your work. So a lot of late night for that. You also need to go get material for that. So it is not a cheap major for sure, but I have a lot of fun. And during college, about third year, I met a wonderful guy, which is my husband right now, and uh, he encouraged me, and I really love to try to start selling my design. So we go to the art market on the weekend and selling my design online. I love creating through my hand and package the order, writing a thank you note, and even go to the post office send out my package. It fueled me to create more design can resonate with people. After I graduated, about 5 years later, my husband and I decided to move back to Texas so he can spend more time with his family because he's already in Taiwan about 5 or 6 years. So I thought that's being fair. He come back a little bit and spend more time. Especially that time his sister have two kids. We actually haven't even seen them there. And so we moved back. I just take it as a venture, and I was excited to explore a totally new environment. But the excitement started fading away and the stress started pile up because I was struggling to communicate with other people. English is not my first language, so I have hard time to understand some of the joke, reference, and slang. And I also have a hard time to find a job because the visa issue. Even though some people say I can possibly take a job under the table, but I wouldn't want to take the risk. So I decided to wait through the proper process, which is sometimes. So all the stress pile up, and without knowing how to express how I feel, and as a grown up Asian culture, we don't usually talk about how you feel. You kind of just like stuck it inside. We usually just want to share good news and talk about uh, good thing around us. And if you have some problem, you usually just kind of keep it quiet, and you just it's like the thing you don't want people to know. And even you go to a doctor or a psychologist, they usually kind of think you have some problem in your mind. And yes, we are having some problem in our mind. That's why we go see a doctor. And now I would say the younger generation is more open about this idea, but from my parents that age, they still have a avoid avoid to go see uh, doctor if you feel depressed or have mentally kind of troubles with your daily life. But it's a little more open now. But I'm going through that age, so I don't know how to express so much of my struggle and all those pain and emotion stuck with me in my body. I start to have a depression, and my body start having physical pain, especially right on my right shoulder. And I have the tension is so much to my chest. Sometimes I feel like very hard to breathe, and even cause a lot of my migraine. So sometimes I will have migraine so much and cause me to throw up. Not a fun time for that time. So I have still have vivid memory of those. And um so all those pain caused me have hard time to sleep, so I felt I'm in deep depression. But I didn't even realize that's a depression. I just thought, oh, I don't have much motivation. I don't have I just don't want to do anything. And I start to like to isolate with myself with other. I don't want to spend any time with family and friends. I just want to be in my bedroom by myself. And I'm just physically am emotionally exhausted. And that time, since I can't work and rely on my husband's salary, we really actually don't have money to go see psychologists or even basic chiropractor to help release my tension on my shoulder. And so been through that, I would say about year and a half through that emotional drain. One day I just start have a little awakening thinking I do not want to live like this anymore. And I don't have money to go see a doctor. Then what other thing I can do? Thanks for the Google, thanks for the internet, I was able to start searching about how to uh, feel a little more motivation and find the happiness again. So I find some meditation, start to do meditation, and a lot of meditation has some dialogue, and you follow through the instruction, kind of have an inner self dialogue, start release a lot of emotion have been having suppressed so many years, even through the childhood, all those just bring it all up and start to feel my body loosen up, feel lighter, and my shoulder pain start to decrease. And my intuition started telling me I need to keep doing for uh, just basically most of the day. Sometimes I will forget about it, but I really enjoy doing it before the bed and the morning. During that time, I need drive to work, and I will just like pull out my phone and basically listen to drive to work. And I finally felt like, oh, that weight is lifted up. I can feel I can breathe again. And that's why I am so passionate about mindset meditation, how our minds work. Because going through that difficult time, I really wish have a people can guide me much earlier or someone I can talk to, and then this journey wouldn't be so long, right? And especially right now, after my sister have a second kid, she been through so much of the stress and after birth depression. She is going through a lot of self-healing journey, which is I really want to emphasize how important our minds work, how your emotional is so important, how you kind of talk to yourself, have the inner self dialogue. It's very important, even through the relationship, career, or just for your growth. And so I go through my depressions. I finally can see the light again. I'm more positive. I actually chased my new career dream to become a software engineer. And basically, every single day, I'm challenging myself to learn something new, kind of help my brain to keep active and keep myself in environments uncomfortable. So challenge and a little stretch your um, potential, I would say. And then we finally have more money to go travel. We went to New York, Grand Canyon, Portland, Seattle, Canada, Tokyo, and more. In the past 5 years, I could not even imagine that was possible like 5 or 7 years ago, because it was so financially it was so tight, and didn't think it's possible for me to even have that kind of thought, but it's definitely possible if you start working with yourself. And that's why I want to share with my personal story, and hoping it's helpful for any person who feel like uh, kind of stuck in the same place. And I will mention during that time I was very angry, because I was angry about myself, my decision, about didn't think enough, and to just move here and not prepare enough. I was upset with myself, my choice. So my anger start kind of reach out to the people surround me, because it's much easier to blame someone else than yourself. And I was frustrating so much, and that even caused just drain your energy so much. And I start to realize during the meditation I'm actually the problem. So so I start to regulate my emotion. That definitely helped, and it then actually helped my relationship with my husband also. And that's basically what I want to share for this today's episode. I know it might be kind of a lot, but I just want to let people know, if you've been through the hard time, know there's a how do I put this? There's definitely a way to get back up, and just don't be afraid. Ask people's help, ask your friends and family help, or professional help, and definitely start meditation and journaling your thought down, instead of keeping your mind roping over, because that definitely not helping. Writing down, you also release a little tension through your body and your mind to a physical notebook. And that's still from me, and I would like to share more in the future, more pieces and maybe different episode. I feel like more appropriate. So let's keep learning, keep developing our self healing, and hope you enjoyed this episode. And talk to you guys later. Bye.